Hello, and welcome to English Podcast with Missy. Here we learn English for real life. Clear, slow, and simple. Let's learn English together. Are you ready? Let's begin. Hello, dear friends. It's Missy. Welcome back to our cozy English storytelling time. Today's story is about something very simple, very everyday, but also full of little lessons. Cooking dinner. Now, I know cooking might sound ordinary, but when you put in a little love and attention, even the simplest meal can become a memory. And in this story, we'll also practice some modal verbs that help us talk about choices, preferences, advice, and rules. These are would prefer, would rather, should, must. So sit back. Imagine the warm smell of food, and let me take you into my Friday evening. It was a long week. By Friday, I felt tired from work and study, but my heart felt light. Friday always gives me a little spark of happiness. Usually, my family ordered pizza on Fridays. It was a tradition. I loved it, but sometimes I thought, maybe I should do something different. That evening, as I walked home, I imagined the taste of fresh rice, juicy chicken, and warm spices. I smiled and thought, tonight I would prefer to cook dinner myself. It sounded like a challenge, but also fun. I told myself, yes, I must try. Even if it isn't perfect, I must at least try. When I got home, I opened the fridge like an explorer searching for treasure. Inside, I saw half a bag of rice, 2 tomatoes, 1 onion, some pieces of chicken, a small bunch of green beans, and a little garlic. Not much, but enough. I remembered. Last week, my brother had said, I would rather eat fried chicken than vegetables. But my sister had argued, I would prefer a healthy dinner, not something greasy. I thought for a moment. What should I do? Finally, I decided. I should make something balanced. Rice, chicken, and vegetables. Maybe curry. The plan felt good. I said aloud, yes, tonight I must cook chicken curry with rice. I tied my apron, rolled up my sleeves, and washed my hands. The kitchen was quiet except for the hum of the fridge. I chopped the onion. My eyes began to sting and tears rolled down my cheeks. I laughed and whispered, I should cut them more carefully next time. Next, I sliced the tomatoes. They were juicy and soft. Red juice ran across the cutting board. Then I chopped the green beans into small pieces, hearing the crisp snap, snap. Finally, I cut the chicken into cubes. The knife felt heavy in my hand. I told myself, I must keep the knife straight. I must not cut my fingers. Soon my counter was full of small bowls. Onions, tomatoes, garlic, beans, chicken. It looked colorful, like little jewels ready for cooking. I placed the pan on the stove and turned on the flame. The metal pan heated quickly. I poured in oil and dropped the onions. Sizzle, sizzle. The sound filled the kitchen. The smell, sweet golden onions, made me smile. Just then, my mother walked by. She peeked in and said, Missy, you must be careful. The oil can be dangerous. Yes, Mum, I answered. I know. I'm watching. I added garlic. Then the chicken. The smell grew stronger, richer. I stirred with a big spoon, listening to the rhythm of cooking. I thought, I would prefer to add tomatoes now, not later. They will melt into the sauce. So I dropped them in. The sauce turned red and began to bubble. I sprinkled curry powder and stirred again. A warm, spicy smell filled the kitchen. But when I tasted it, I jumped. Oh, too spicy. I laughed to myself. My sister would rather eat mild food. I should fix this. So I added water and stirred until the sauce became softer. Meanwhile, in another pot, rice boiled. I checked again and again. I told myself, I must not forget the rice. Burnt rice is the worst thing ever. Everything seemed perfect, until I made one mistake. I turned quickly and my elbow hit the spoon. A big splash of curry spilled across the counter and dripped onto the floor. "Oh no," I shouted. My brother ran in. He saw the mess and laughed loudly. "Missy, you should be more careful," he teased. I sighed, wiping the counter. I know, don't worry, there's still enough left." The kitchen looked messy now, but the smell was amazing. Warm spices, garlic, onion, and tomatoes. It felt like a real restaurant. At last, I turned off the stove. The curry was ready, golden red, steaming in the pan. I carried the pan carefully to the dining table. My sister placed spoons and plates. My father poured water into glasses. My brother carried the rice. We sat together. The table looked simple but beautiful. Bowls of steaming rice, a pan of curry, and smiling faces around. My father took a deep breath and said, "This looks wonderful, Missy. Honestly, I would rather eat your food than pizza tonight." My cheeks grew warm. I smiled proudly. Everyone served themselves. Rice first, then curry on top. Steam rose gently from the bowls, carrying the warm, spicy smell across the table. For a moment, nobody spoke. Only the soft clink of spoons and the rustle of napkins filled the quiet. Then my sister smiled and said, "This is delicious. I thought it would be too spicy, but it's perfect. Missy, you should cook more often." My brother nodded. "Yes, though I would prefer more chicken next time." My father laughed softly. "I must say, Missy, your curry is better than I imagined. You must teach me this recipe one day." I felt a warm glow inside. It wasn't just the food. It was the way we were sharing it together. Each bite filled with laughter and little conversations. I noticed my mother added a little extra sauce to my sister's plate. I thought, she must like it extra spicy. I should remember that next time. As we finished, my father said, "I would rather eat like this at home than go to a restaurant. Everything tastes better with family." I smiled and agreed silently. Yes, I would prefer moments like this. Warm food, laughter, and love over anything else in the world. Later that night, when the dishes were washed and the kitchen was quiet again, I sat with a cup of tea and thought about the evening. I learned many small lessons. I must be careful with hot oil. I should chop onions slowly. My sister would rather have healthy food. My brother would prefer more meat. And me? I would prefer to cook at home sometimes because it feels good to create something with my own hands. Cooking wasn't only about food. It was about patience, family, and love. Friends, before we finish, let's stop for a moment and talk about the special verbs we practiced in this story. Would prefer. We use it when we want to say what we like better, but politely. Example from my story. I would prefer to cook at home tonight. You can also say, I would prefer tea, please. Would rather. This is another way to say what you choose, often between two things. Example from my story. My brother said he would rather eat fried chicken than vegetables. You can also say, I would rather walk than take the bus. Should. We use should to give advice, suggestions, or say what is a good idea. Example. You should be careful with hot oil. You can also say, you should drink more water. Must. We use must when something is very important. A rule or necessary. Example. I must not forget the rice. You can also say, you must wear a seatbelt in a car. So remember, would prefer and would rather, talking about choices and preferences. Should, giving advice. Must, talking about rules or something very necessary. If you practice these, your English will sound much more natural when you talk about food, daily life, or even bigger decisions. And that, my friends, was my story. Cooking dinner. What about you? Do you enjoy cooking? Would you prefer to eat at home or in a restaurant? Would you rather try something new or stick to your favorite food? Remember, whenever you talk about choices, preferences, advice, or rules, use these helpful modal verbs. Would prefer, would rather, should, must. Thank you for spending this time with me. Until next time, keep learning, keep smiling, and maybe, just maybe, try cooking something delicious this week.